the unrighteous anger that is murder. A deluded priest was called an extremist because he burned a copy of the Quran. As a result of this, there was a riot that caused the death of some 13 people and the injuries of many others. Now, this was defended by a Muslim spokesperson who's supposed to be a moderate, saying that you have to understand the source of the anger in Islam, because you can't understand it as a Christian, because in Christianity the book is not God-given, it's not a crime against God. But in the Quran is supposed to be God-given, and therefore this is a crime against God. I wish to tell you that this is all a crock, and it has no basis in ritual law, and that the people who make these riots are just people who are violent and looking for an excuse to kill someone else because they have no self-contentment or some other problem that they might have. The source of Christianity, as well as the Quran, Islam, is the Torah. The Torah is a handwritten document with which we put a tremendous amount of care that it be written exactly by hand, and only with a quill, and only with certain ingredients that are kosher and that are long-lasting and traditional for thousands of years. Absent the conditions of writing the Torah properly, the Torah is not kosher. It takes a scribe approximately a year to write a kosher Torah. A very good scribe who is quick can write perhaps 2 Torahs, almost 2 Torahs in a year. So you understand that the Torah is a very holy document requiring the activities of a holy man for an entire year. And in fact, many scribes who write Torahs will only write the name of God in that Torah if they have gone to mikveh, to a ritual pool. You Christians call it a baptismal pool. That's what a mikveh is, a baptismal pool. And the scribe makes sure that there are no errors at all. If there are errors in the writing, the Sefer Torah, the Torah scroll, is considered pasul. It cannot be used. So now take a Torah that was written by a scribe, handwritten by a holy person, with the name of God on it. And every one of those names of God, the scribe went into a ritual pool, a mikveh, before he wrote those letters composed of God's name. What happens if, God forbid, someone desecrates and destroys that Torah? Those who see it must tear their garments. And there were places where people who heard of this would also tear their garments for the desecration of a Torah. Nowhere in Jewish law is there a rule that the one who dishonors the Torah is killed in court. It's possible that there might have been zealots who, if they saw it, might have done something like that. It's possible. Unlikely. But certainly in the books, there is no place where it says that the destruction of the Torah with God's name in it, that the person would be killed by the court. So what is the reaction of the community when we hear about this and we see this? If we see it or hear it directly from witnesses, people tear their clothing as if they've heard about the death of a loved one. Now the Torah predates the Quran by approximately 2,000 years. 2,000 years, this is the way Jewish people conducted themselves with regards to the sanctity of the Torah. The Quran that the minister burned was not handwritten. And even if it was told by God to Muhammad, the holiness is far less than the holiness of a scribe who does so meticulously and writes every name of God and every word and every letter exactly as it was transmitted from Moses, who heard it from God. And yet, in the Jewish tradition, nobody gets killed for burning a Sefer Torah, a scroll, handwritten, not printed. We're talking about a printed version here. We're not talking about something that was handwritten. Furthermore, it says, children shall not die for the sins of their fathers. That's part of the Torah law, which I don't believe Muhammad contradicts. So I ask you, where is the basis for this rage for killing other people? Even if you were to say that there is a new law that Muhammad got from God, that anybody who dishonors the Quran has to be killed, that's that person himself. What do other people have to do with the death, with the destruction of the Quran? Nothing. The same thing is true with regards the caricatures, the cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad. This is not destroying his face. You're not allowed to, according to my knowledge, have pictures of a prophet. And you're certainly not dishonoring whatever he looked like. You may be dishonoring the tenets of Islam because you don't believe in them. Does that also require a death sentence? And a death sentence for people who are unrelated? Of course not. It's just a lame excuse by people who are angry and who hate others who are unlike them, and bring death and destruction, not because it is so commanded, but because they're angry and have been taught to be angry by their ill-advised teachers. If indeed this is a law, this is one more reason why people would never accept Islam. And if it is not a law, then it is being taught by evil teachers who should be gotten rid of by those who really know the law. In any case, it is a sacrilege, it is murder, and it is not religious rage. It is dishonoring the Creator of the universe. To say that the Creator of the universe holds a printed book more important than the lives of innocent people is to dishonor the Creator. Those who state that dishonor their own religion.